Good morning. It is Monday Workout Madness, but we are not working out today. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll make up for that one on Wednesday when I'm not on day 3 of my period. It's a terrible day. Yesterday was worse. Now, that being said, if you are a lady and you suffer terrible cramps and can't even get out of bed, you can go and get one of these. This is a Clary Calm. This is the roll-on one. Just roll it on your uterus area and rub it in. However, if you suffer seizures or you're around anybody who suffers seizures, do not use this because they will go into a seizure. It has sage in it. They cannot be around sage. Just FYI if you didn't know. However, I do have an alternative and I'll list all these things, this included. I'll list it all in the description box down below. I'll even list the little vials that you can get and the little topper thing with the roller. Comes all together. I'll list those. You can get them same thing, same place. And the oils you'd want for this, you'd need fractionated coconut oil, so you'd fill it up to about right here with coconut oil. And then you'd want lemongrass, lavender, and chamomile. And they work just as good as this. So for seizure sufferers, you want lemongrass, lavender, and chamomile. Okay? For those who do not, and you're not around people who suffer it, this one's fine. Has the sage in it. Okay? Yeah, anyways, I'll link those down below. I wanted to do something a little bit different since we can't really work out today. We're going to talk about how to make children's books. So join me in a second over on the next video. We will go over that. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to make children's books. I made this a long time ago, and I know that I posted it, but I never really talked about it and stuff, and I was like, that's great that you can use ChatGBT, but that's like so unoriginal. Like, it takes away the actual creative juices of your own brain. Don't you want to know how creative you can actually be? You can't be that creative if you're using a machine. I'm sorry. This whole ChatGBT, this AI stuff is like getting out of hand, like for real. It's the same as like no one does whittling and craftsman anymore. It's hard. It's very rare. It's a very rare skill. And that's sad. Like cursive is also rare, so that people, we know that. Now no one can read cursive and can't read the old texts that would give us the right knowledge that we need, because why would we want to do that? That's for entertainment purposes. Don't delete my video. Anyways, so I've made a couple of these. I'm going to say this. KDP, you kind of suck. Okay? For real. But also, I kind of suck at selling myself, so there's that. Like, if you're really good at promoting yourself and promoting your books that you do, then maybe it could work. But they take a lot of royalties, and so until I find a great book company that's not going to charge an arm and a leg for me to invest in them doing this, because technically you should be making money off of my sales, not off of me. I'm the creator. Do you know how long it takes? It takes a very long time. I'm the writer, the illustrator, the colorer, and I edit it on my program, and I'll show you that program in a little bit because it's freaking awesome if you're doing books. It can be used for anything, really. It's the Affinity program, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So easy. Click, paste, click, paste. So if you have pictures, you just scan them, click them over, paste them onto the spot you want. Freaking awesome. But yeah, until I find, because I've even tried with Barnes & Noble also, okay, no. But that's what we have to do when we have to be our own self-author, okay, or editor, distributor, whatever you want to call it, when you're trying to sell your book to make the money. Yeah, those sites actually suck to sell anything on if you think you're going to make a living on it. Now, if you don't care, and you don't care about making just 10 cents here and there, then go ahead and go to those sites. Do better, people. I hope they hear me. I hope Amazon and Barnes & Noble hears me, because you have no idea how long it takes, and you're just going to take all the royalties? Are you shitting me? No, not all right. I'm not all right with it. Okay, and you shouldn't be either. That's stealing. Okay, it was my talent. Okay, anyways, let's get back to this. So this is how it looks in coloring form. Okay, now this one, as you'll see, it's a little thicker of paper. That's because I used watercolor paint plus I colored on top of it with colored pencil, a little bit of markers here and there. You do want to be dark and bright with your colors, because when you go and scan it to go onto your computer and all that fun stuff. Hold on, I forgot my lighting. Ah, you can see me better. Okay, so when you actually go to scan it onto your computer, it ends up super light. And it just, here, I'll show you this, how light these ones are compared to the other one. Yeah, I have it. So you see all those turned out lighter. Dang, this was in the container next to all my gas jugs, so it smells like gas right now, but I kind of like it, but anyways, it's light compared to how dark I actually colored these pages. Oh, that's black and white. Oh, you can't even see anything. They were a little darker here. Okay, now you'll notice that I stuck sticky notes, because in the coloring stage, you're not writing on it yet, and you don't want to type on it until you've colored it, okay? It's all a process, and it's actually a fun one. So if you have kids and they're bored, teach them how to make children's books. You know how cool that would be? And they're over there creating their own world and putting it in a book. You know how cool that is? That's freaking awesome. Okay, this one is another one called Everyday Chaos, A Mouse in the House. I literally wrote this about an actual encounter that happened, and I did it with, you know, my family. This is like us. I literally, so funny. And it's with our old house that we were in. I know, right? Like, see? It can be so fun. So let's get into how you actually start a book, right? It's an interesting process. Okay, so I'm gonna hold you here. Oh, okay, look at this. Okay, this is the mouse in the house. Now you'll notice that you just make boxes. The boxes represent your pages. I have them numbered. You see, this is number 1. This will be number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are my pages. Stop it page. Okay? And I have like a gist of how I want the scene to be drawn, and then I write down what I want it to say. That way when I go type it, it will be exactly what I want. So it says, as Mrs. Lamb makes breakfast for the kids before school, she hears a tiny squeaky squeak, almost like a chirp, but it was most definitely a squeak. All right, so let's move this over. You're gonna do that, you're gonna repeat that process a bunch of times. But this is how messy, this is the messy stage. This is the fun part, because you don't have to be a perfectionist. You just figure out what you want. Again, you got your pages, they're all in squares. So you're gonna cut down in the middle and then make your boxes, okay? And the way that I wanted my book, which you can do this way or this way, you can have those options. Now, when you put it on, by the way, of Amazon, my nose ring is annoying. When you put it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble, you have to, in the program, with the Affinity program, you have to match their exact measurements that Amazon goes by, so that otherwise you'll have a nightmare. Okay, it's kind of tedious. That's the most tedious part, which is why I'm so annoyed that they think they can just take all my royalties, because I had to do all that work. All you're doing is printing it for me and shipping it. That makes me so mad. Anyways, so crap, what was I gonna say? Yeah, you can do them with whatever layout you want, basically, and the program itself lets you set it up however layout you want as well. But yeah, you want to start with those boxes first, and then so this is the other one. This is okay, and you have hardback or softback. This one's the softback. I don't recommend, not especially if you have small children, because they tend to rip everything, which is fine. But this one I actually put out first before the jungle one, even though I made this one first. I put this one first. Now I want you to see how bright these colors are, right? Okay, I do have to take this off. So alligator, alligator, what do you see? See adventures. And it's like a rhyming book and a counting book. Okay, so all these are, well, they're just the alligator ones. So again, I do my sticky notes. All these pages have sticky notes, but you see that? That's what it looks like, and then this is how it turns out printed. I'm sorry, I bumped ya. I'm in a tight space, okay? Tight space. But yeah, this one is actually so fun. Like, this one has a lot of details. A lot. This one was the funnest one to create, to be honest, for right now. All the little fishies. We'll have to read it, you know? Like, alligator, alligator, what do you see? Hi, I'm Alligator, and this is my friend Meerkat, said Alligator. Hi there, we are going on an adventure under the sea. Come along and count with us, said Meerkat. Hey, Alligator, are you ready to go under the sea? I sure am. Are you ready, Meerkat, to count all the fish we see? I'm ready, said Meerkat, but Alligator, how many sharks do you think we will see? Well, I don't know, but let's go. Alligator, alligator, what do you see? Angelfish. Alligator, alligator, what do you see? Angelfish, said Alligator. How many do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then they have to go and search for all the fish. And then they get to count them and search for them. This one counts from 10 to 1, so it goes backwards, and the other one counts 1 to 10. Okay. Alligator, alligator, what do you see? There are 9 seahorses. Can you count them with me? So they gotta find the seahorses. Alligator, alligator, what do you see? Butterfly fish, and there are 8. Isn't that great? Alligator, alligator, what do you see? I see 7 silly clownfish playing hide and seek. Alligator, alligator, what do you see? I see 6 playful dolphins having fun. Aw, look at the little one. Alligator, alligator, what do you see? I have counted 5 jellyfish, said Alligator. Be careful, they sting. Alligator, alligator, what do you see? I see 4 lionfish, as majestic as can be. I think it was like 4 years ago that I did this. Alligator, alligator, what do you see? Stingrays of 3, swimming so free. Oh, how nice it would be. You got the little shrimp right there. Alligator, alligator, what do you see? I see 2 sea turtles passing by, looking so sly. Oh. Alligator, alligator, what do you see? A shark. Is he looking at me? The end. You see? You don't need ChatGBT, guys. Use your brains. Get back into creative mode. It's fun. You're actually having fun. You get to color, you get to create this thing, and then you get to go get it put out there and people can buy it, you know, if they like it. Like it and go buy it. It's still actually on Amazon. You can go look that up. By Janice L. Lamb. That's what you got to put it on. I really need to change my last name, but I have too many things titled to it. I should go back to my maiden name, which is Fawcett. I should have done that. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be all right. So yeah, we are going to work on this other one. Okay, now the story behind the next one. Okay, so I made a book by a request by my grandma, which was a request from my cousin's son. And I know I talked about it before in another video. The reason I didn't put it out there, one, it ended up being too light in color. Two, I was very skeptical about putting it out there because at the time, the world was going a little cuckoo-ca-choo in a big old blue with... Look, this is not discriminating against other people. I'm not trying to do that. However, I felt like it was supporting that cause, and that's literally ruining children's lives. Leave the children out of it. I don't care if you like to dress up as a man and you're a woman, or if you like to dress like a woman and you're a man. I don't care. I don't care, but do not shove it down the kids' throat. It literally ruined all things. It kind of ruined Halloween in a way because kids play imagination play. They play dress up. And that's normal for kids to dress up and play, and then people made it weird. This book, and then to come to find out, they found out that a lot of those people are autistic, okay? No shame in that. It happens. However, it just felt like if I put this out exactly at that same time that all that was going on, it's like supporting it. Hang on. I had a tickle in my throat. And this kind of does that, but this is child's play, and the idea was based off of, again, my cousin's son's idea, and I brought it to life, and I was so excited, and I was so happy to put it out there. Yeah, anyways, but then that stuff happened. So we are gonna go through it. This is what it is. But I want to be a beaver. And I thought at first it was a bear, but it was a beaver. And I made it work. It's a dinosaur who wants to be a beaver, but his parents won't let him. Do you understand now? Yeah. Good. Where is this? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because I was going to do... Maybe I won't say that out loud. I don't need people stealing my ideas. Okay. Let me get there. Hold on. Just a second. Just a second. Oh my gosh, I don't have all the words to this on here? Shoot. Oh, crud. Where is it now? Okay, I'm going to have to just do the black and white pages of it. That's okay. This is what it looks like, black and white. Got the intro page. Like, I have sticky notes galore, so you're going to go through a lot of those. You need sticky notes and just regular printer paper. Just go grab a stack of that. That's easy. Okay? That says intro page, so that when I go and type it on the thing, I can have an actual introduction of what the book's about, and then you can put more info in the back, or you can put all that info in the front. Here's the first one, and it says, oh, okay, so what I do on the notes is I'll write down what I want it to say, what I want it to be. So scene of, and I used their names. So yeah, a scene of Jackson walking into front door, backpack on shoe, basket nearby for the sandals. Apparently I didn't draw that. That's okay. And he goes, hey, guess what? And then this is the front door scene. I'm gonna be a beaver. Lexi comes down the stairs and Grandma peers over the couch in the living room. Lexi said, did you say you're gonna be a beaver? Yeah, that's what I said. I'm gonna be a beaver. I just learned about them. We already have too much in common. And Grandma says, oh, like for a project? How fun. Jackson says, no, not for a project. I just think they are so cool and I want to be a beaver. Lexi says, Mom, can you come here? Jackson says he's gonna be a beaver. She's in brushing her hair. What? Like for school or Halloween? That's cool. Okay. Then I did a couple pages of no scenes, but you do have to have writing. You can't just have a blank page. No, Mom, not for school or for Halloween. Like for real. In real life, I want to be a beaver. Mom, looking concerned. Pa, I think you need to come hear this. Jackson says, Pa, I want to be a beaver. Pa says, but you can't. Jackson says, but I can. Well, sweetheart, you're a T-Rex. You can't possibly turn into a beaver. Jackson said, oh, yes, I can. Look, I'm halfway there anyway. Look, our tails are similar. They are great for packing mud. Our teeth can chomp down trees and are very sharp. Alls I need is fur and to be a bit smaller. So, where's the wizard that can change me into a beaver? Grandma says, there isn't a wizard to change you, nor a spell, my dear. Jackson says, okay, what if I prove it to you that I can be a beaver? Then will you help me be a beaver? How, says Lexi. How will you prove you can be a beaver? It's funny because look at her eyebrow. Oh, that's easy. All I have to do is act like a beaver. Then surely I will turn into a beaver. You're catching on of why I didn't publish it right away. These next pages have no images. And as he gets to the stairs to go to his room, his dad said, but Jackson, you can't be a beaver. Jackson says, oh, but I will. I want to be a beaver, so I'll show you. I will be one. And so he went to his room to go prepare to be a beaver. No one could convince Jackson he couldn't be a beaver, so with much determination each day for a week, he did beaverish things. No images on these ones. And then this one's going to say, turn the page to see some of Jackson's beaver days. Whilst everyone was sleeping, Jackson did a beavery thing. His family today woke up to a beavery surprise. Jackson, sitting at the table. Good morning, family. First things first, in order to be a beaver, one must eat like a beaver. Our preferred food is bark from all kinds of trees, Jackson says as he is about to take his first bite of tree bark. It's a leaf, but that's okay. You get the point. It's my world. Crunching down, crunch, crunch, snap, crunch, and crunchy and earthy. My handwriting's a little bad right here, okay? I can't read well. It's fine. Okay. Scene of Jackson's family looking at him with funny faces. What am I seeing right now? Says Mom. Lexi says, I think he, is eating sticks. He is. He's actually eating sticks. Jackson gets up and says, it's the first day. It's the first day in being a beaver, Mom. And a hearty breakfast. Jackson gets up and says, "It's the first step in being a beaver, Mom. A hearty breakfast. Now, I gotta go to school. You have a great day, family." As he left the kitchen, he high-fived, or high-tailed, his sister and said, "'Cause that's what beavers do, sis." So he used his tail, you know. In case you didn't get that. Jackson entering the front door. So now he's coming home from school and he's entering the front door. After school, Jackson had gone straight to his room, for it was time to try another thing that beavers do. As he looks around his room, he realized, beavers live inside dams, so how can I turn my room into a den like a dam? He asked himself. Okay, when my sister went down to go visit, she took pictures of Jackson's actual room. So I tried to do my best at creating it. So he quickly got to work. All this noise is happening. Arr, shuffle, shuffle, boom, crash, clash. Oh, phew, that bed is heavy. Stomp, stomp. Jackson's door cracked open, with Ma, Pa, Grandma, Lexi peeking their heads through. "What's all that ruckus? Oh my gosh," Ma says. "Impressive," Lexi says. Grandma says, "What you doing?" Okay, scene of Jackson sitting inside of his fort is where that's going to be. Or making it. I don't know. That was still in the process. It's okay. One page of mistake. Huh? Oh, welcome to my dam den I built. Come on, come inside. Come see what I did. It's funny because we heard all that ruckus and he said the bed was heavy, but he ended up moving the bed back. Ma said, "Boy, you sure are showing me how good a beaver you can be, but I cannot promise for you to really be one." Jackson said, "But I want to be a beaver." "It's okay. Tomorrow is a new day. I'll show ya." And this is a kitchen scene. Covered with orange food items, food coloring, oranges, carrots eaten. Grandma walking into the kitchen and said, "What's all this?" "I need all the orange things that can stain my teeth orange." "What can stain my teeth orange?" "I've tried food coloring, oranges, carrots don't work, Jell-O. Oh, cheesy puffs. Graham, do you think these cheesy puffs will stain my teeth orange?" I was going to show you a blank page. "Well, sure, honey, if you don't brush your teeth, but that's gross. Why do you want orange teeth?" "Oh, because beavers have orange teeth and I am trying to be a beaver, so I need orange teeth to achieve beaverness." "But we talked about this yesterday. I'm glad you're being creative, though. But Graham, I want to be a beaver, so I am gonna be a beaver." So Jackson runs up to his room to come up with a new beaver-like attempt to prove he can and will be a beaver. He will be the best beaver. As Jackson sits in his new damn den, he looks to himself and thought, you know what's missing is beavers are soft and furry. Oh, my furry blanket. But how will I fasten it? I'll just wear it like a cape. That'll do. So Jackson went downstairs and sees his sister on the couch. And he stands right next to her, behind her, with his new beaver fur, just silently waiting to see if she sees him. As she was engrossed in her show, she didn't notice, so he said, "Hi." Ah! Oh, phew, Jackson. Wait, what are you wearing? Scene of him showing her his blanket coat. Oh, it's my new fur coat, for I am a beaver, you see. As he smiled to also show off his new cheesy orange stained teeth. Hang on, my daughter's calling. And a close-up of Jackson's cheesy orange stained teeth. Jackson, what is all over your teeth? Beavers have orange teeth. You would know this if you were a beaver, but you chose not to be one. So, you can't be a beaver, but I can. Do you want to know why? Lexi rolls her eyes and sighs. Sure, tell me why. No scene. Because my imagination is funner than yours. Goodbye, sister. I've got beaver things to do. And that's the end of the beaver book, you see? So here's the colored version of the front. And then I'm recoloring these at the moment to make them darker. So here's how much darker they are. It's that front door scene. And here's how light they were. So when it's this light, it hardly shows any of the color when you put it on your program. So I needed to go darker. So I'm using markers and color pencils to brighten it up. It was already colored in color pencil, it just wasn't dark enough. So that's how you make a children's book without using ChatGBT and using your own imagination and skills. And you can see they don't have to be perfect pictures. They don't. You can, if you want, you can add even more details if you want. My Fox books that I'm coming up with have a lot more detail. So those will be fun. I'll read those next time. Hi, Louie Boo. He's just staring at me. Like, what's up? Anyways, yeah, so I'll have to share the Fox one when I get done with this one. And yeah, you guys, I'm going to let you go. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later.